It's time for Ladies Who List, episode 3, and we pick up exactly where we left off. The ladies are still on the rooftop lounge. Crystal gets called out for antagonizing Robin by Tiana, and then Crystal tells Tiana that she needs to mind her business because Crystal and Robin are best friends. So it looks like Crystal thinks she should be able to harass and antagonize Robin whenever she wants because they are, quote, best friends. Let me just say, Crystal is full of it. She's saying that she doesn't like confrontation and trying to talk her way out of this situation, but Crystal definitely hyped this situation up. She did not help this situation any. And to be honest with you, it does look like Crystal was in on whatever Kiana and Kiara were bringing to this pitch. It almost seems like Crystal was also going to play some type of part in trying to come for Robin. Tiana rightfully calls Crystal and her bang out. Crystal is still throwing shade even after Robin is removed from the situation. Crystal is definitely no kind of friend to Robin. If I were Robin, I would take any business that I have with Crystal elsewhere. Tiana lets Crystal know that her and her bang have an issue too. It's not just Robin. And I've said this before, it is clear to me why Robin and Crystal are friends. Tiffany and Tiana exit stage right, and on the way out, Tiffany and Tiana are saying to each other, "I would never do you like that," as they're walking out. So now that half of the ladies have left, Crystal decides that this is going to be her moment, and now she wants to have beef with Tiana because Tiana vocalized that Crystal was not helping out any in this situation by provoking Robin. What kind of best friend is Crystal? Seriously. Okay, so now Kiana is doing her one-on-one interviews, and she is saying that Robin was very aggressive during the meeting. Kiana says that she had to clutch her imaginary pearls. Hopefully those pearls were not worth $13,000 because she could have pawned those and given them to Robin so that she could have secured her contracts. Kiara said she had to remove her shoes just in case it went down. And Kiara had a point. Kiara said she didn't know what Robin was going to do because Robin was in Crystal's face. But Crystal was also in Robin's face. And last week's episode, Crystal got up and was in Robin's face. Kiara seems to have all the smoke in the world for Robin, but her issue was that Robin and Crystal unfollowed her, but she's sitting over here kikiing with Kiana and Crystal. How were you able to get over Crystal unfollowing you, but not Robin unfollowing you? This is why it looks like to me, Crystal, Kiana, and Kiara have some type of alliance or something going on where they're trying to come for Robin. Then Kiara says something about, well, why would you bring women here to collab? Okay, Kiara, now we're going to need for you to go ahead and take responsibility for your part in this as well. You came to this event, you and Kiana, with an agenda. You both wanted smoke with Robin, and that was your main priority. So you can keep tearing those french fries up all you want. We know what was up. So Crystal tries to once again bring up Robin's upbringing, which in my opinion, Crystal is out of line and out of pocket for doing that. You don't speak on someone's family or someone's history. But what Crystal doesn't know is that the two ladies, Kiana and Kiara, who she's trying to say things about Robin to, they have a very similar background. So I don't know why Crystal is taking this angle. This could potentially blow up in her face. Kiana is now going to go on and try to give us a life lesson. And Kiana says that if you cannot control your emotions and your feelings in life, you cannot control them in business. Now, yes, this is the same Kiana who has been angry and upset for a year about someone having a fee associated with some type of service that she was wanting from them. This is the same woman. I need for someone to make that make sense. Thanks. Okay, now Crystal is crying. Why is Crystal crying? You antagonized this whole entire situation. You all three came here with the intentions of starting a whole bunch of mess, and now you're going to sit here and try to cry. It's giving Karen. Crystal seems very fake. Also, if Crystal and Robin are such close friends, wouldn't Crystal have known that Robin was going through something? And if she did know that Robin was going through something, why would she antagonize her in this way? This is not a friend. Friends do not do this to each other. Okay, so now it's a new day and it's a new Robin. She's she's out in the park doing yoga. Robin says that yoga is her medicine, and through yoga, all things can be healed. Okay, so now Robin admits that she's angry and upset, and she's not exactly sure where her friendship with Crystal is going. But when Robin talks about what happened the night before, she feels like Crystal didn't support her because Crystal didn't stop Kiana from jumping in. But in reality, it was a 3-on-1 situation because I felt like Crystal was also attacking Robin. So Robin says that if Crystal were pitching an idea to the girls and something similar happened, she would not have allowed it to go down like that. But I did not see Robin pitch an idea. I saw Robin briefly discuss what she was looking to do, and then after an introduction to what she was thinking, then it was like Kiana had to get something off her chest, and then Kiara had to get something off her chest, and then Crystal had to stir the pot. So I don't see where she was able to pitch her idea unless the actual pitch, or the rest of the pitch, I should say, made the episode. So Robin has an emotional moment while doing yoga. She starts reminiscing about why it's so hard for her to have relationships with women. And she's also wondering if she will be able to continue her friendship with Crystal. Okay, so I have some questions here. Robin, out of her own mouth, said that Crystal was her best friend. Why doesn't your best friend know about what's going on with you? If you were having mental issues, wouldn't your best friend know that? And if Crystal knew that, I think Crystal should have definitely had her back more. We then head over to Kiana, who's on the phone wheeling and dealing, and her husband comes out. Her husband looks a lot like Montel Jordan to me. So of course, Kiana has to fill her hubby in about what happened with the girls. Kiana has the nerve to say, and somehow things just escalated. You know how things were escalated. You came there with the intention of escalating things. That's how things were escalated. Stop playing in our faces. And you know, because we're talking about Kiana, we're talking about the $500 fee for these damn contracts. Only this time, Kiana's number of contracts seems to have jumped. It's gone from 26 to 29. Where did these 3 additional contracts come from, ma'am? Just last week you said they were 26. Now, today, they are 29. Next week, will it be 30? They also show a clip where Kiana is telling Robin that you cannot do business with someone that you literally tried to shit on. How did she try to shit on you? She can run her business how she wants. She can charge whatever she wants. And I also believe that in episode 2, Kiana said that if someone that she didn't know gave her that quote, she would have never thought anything about it. But because she considers Robin her friend, she expected some type of friend discount. Okay, listen, if your friends open a business, if your friends have a business, please don't be disrespectful going in there trying to get a discount, okay? People are in business to make money, not to lose money. Kiana's husband does such a good job with trying to pay attention. You know these guys can care less about our girl drama, but he does a really good job with just listening to her and repeating the last word that she says so he can pretend like he's really listening. Okay, so when they do the flashback to when Kiara said something about the older agents, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Crystal and Kiana weren't sitting there cracking up, laughing a lot harder than they should have been. That comment wasn't even that funny, and I thought Kiana was around the same age as Robin, so I don't understand why she's laughing so hard. And also, I don't think Crystal's much younger than Robin. I'm not sure why they were laughing so hard. You know how when your friends get into an argument with someone else and everything your friend says, even if it's not funny, y'all have to laugh really loud? That's what that moment reminded me of. It was like, oh, Kara said something and we're Team Kara. We have an alliance. We came here with a mission. So we're going to laugh really hard at anything that she says against Robin so that we can go ahead and instigate this situation. That's what that whole entire flashback is giving to me. Robin was definitely out of line in this moment. She definitely needs to have more control over herself. But looking back, to me, it looks like Crystal, Kiana, and Kara were bullying her. That's what it looks like. It looks like it was 3 against 1. Kiana says that she is going to meet up with Robin, but this time there will be no alcohol involved. They'll be able to discuss their matters. To be honest with you, if I were Robin, I would not entertain Kiana, Kara, or Crystal any longer. I would just cut them out. I'm sure there are many other hungry women in Atlanta that are involved in real estate that would love to be down with this plan. Now we're meeting up with Tiffany and Tiana. We're going to the furniture store with them. Tiana runs into an interior designer, and Tiana ends up picking up a new client. Now, Robin and Crystal might want to take a page out of Tiffany and Tiana's book because this is how best friends support each other. So Tiffany and Tiana get into what all happened during during the pitch meeting, they both say that what went down was not cool. Tiana says that she feels that Crystal was provoking the situation, and I definitely agree. Tiffany seems like such a sweet person. She expresses her concern for Robin's mental issues. She says that she thinks that she will reach out to Robin. Oh, so we're going to therapy with Crystal. Crystal feels like she needs to discuss her friendship with her therapist. Let me say this. If you need to see a therapist in order to get along with your friendship or any relationship that's not a family member, even if it is a family member, actually, maybe it's time for you to just go ahead and go your separate ways. Okay, so we're immediately going down the wrong road. Now, Crystal, if you're going to go to a therapist to try to get some help, you need to tell the whole story. Not telling the whole story is the same as lying. Now, your therapist is not going to help you get better or become a better person or to get rid of negative traits. So instead of wasting an hour talking to your therapist about one little piece of what all happened that night, you should have really focused on the bigger issues. Because let me tell you, this meeting was a waste of time and a copay. I have an issue with Crystal. Let me just say this. Crystal's recollection of what happened that night seems completely different than what we saw. Crystal is really saying that she was trying to mitigate the situation between Robin and the girls. But from what I saw, it looked like Crystal was instigating, not mitigating. Crystal says that Robin is her best friend, but was laughing when Kira was insinuating that Robin is old. That's not a friend. There is never an excuse to put your hands on someone else unless it's in self-defense. Robin was dead wrong for hitting Crystal, but Crystal, even before Robin slapped her on the hand, was definitely out of pocket. Another thing about Crystal that I think is really interesting is that she always seems to compare herself to Robin. She compared her childhood to Robin's, and when she compared her childhood to Robin's, she definitely seemed like she was being shady and trying to act like she was better than. Then she tells her therapist that Robin is emotionally complex or something along those lines, and she says, more so than I am. I mean, come on now. What's really good? Crystal is so fake to me. She really is. If you have anyone around you that is like this, leave them alone and keep it moving. I don't think that anyone else should speak on your past. That is your story to tell. So that is just one thing about Crystal that I really don't like. She seems to always want to tell Robin's story for her. Robin is a big girl. She can tell her own story. Fall back and get you a storyline. Okay, so we're taking B. Simone to see some more condos. There's a double sink in the bathroom. B. Simone doesn't have a man. So Kira says that she will buy some men's toiletries to put on that side of the sink. B. Simone wants to manifest a man. She should manifest an affordable condo instead. Kira seems like she's a great agent though. She seems to always look out for her clients and want the best for her clients. Tiffany and Robin meet up for lunch. Those are some cute teacups. Anyway, the girls are going to meet up for a little trauma bonding. Robin says sometimes people that have the same trauma that you have, those are the only people that understand you. Tiffany says that she wanted to meet up with Robin because she felt away because during Robin's meeting, she felt that Robin did not get the support that she needed. She basically wanted to check in to see how Robin was holding up. Robin said that although she's taken the steps to get better, she is healing. She is not healed. So that confrontation at the pitch meeting was a challenge for her. So the ladies discussed what all happened. Robin says that she felt grateful that Tiffany had her back, but she also realized that she definitely seems to feel a way about how Crystal was behaving. So Robin shares with us that she actually has some mental health. She also says that Crystal is aware of her condition, but maybe she might not know the full extent of Robin's illness. So here's the thing. I get it. Robin has some mental illnesses, and whether or not Crystal knows the extent of Robin's situation, I think Robin needs to work on disengaging. In that situation, to me, it definitely looked like a bullying type of situation. But if you feel like you're losing control, you need to step away, and you can't always rely on someone else to do it. Now, if Crystal is your best friend, you should be able to rely on her or depend on her to have your back, but it doesn't always work out like that. Okay, so now we learn more about Tiffany's situation. Tiffany does explain that she actually had a fear of leaving her home. In the last episode, I was confused about why her husband had to stay with her at work all day, but now now it makes sense. She was afraid to be out of the house, so maybe having her husband with her at work helped her feel safe. I think it's so sweet that these two met up because they can be a support system to each other. They both have experience with similar types of trauma, and like Robin said, sometimes you don't really feel comfortable or safe sharing your traumas or sharing your weaknesses with other people, but if you know that someone has the same challenges, it makes it easier to open up. Robin said that she thinks she looks so good for her age because God saved her because of all of the drama that she had gone through when she was younger. He preserved her so that she can enjoy this chapter of her life. Okay, now we're going with Tiana to take a look at the interior designer's condo that he's thinking about putting up for sale. I mean, his condo is nice. We're on the rooftop now. Maybe this is a luxury property. So Kiana and Robin are meeting up. Listen, I'm just not built like this. If we just damn near had a knockdown, drag out situation, I don't know that I can come meet you for lunch, exchange pleasantries, and give fake hugs. I'm not built like that. No, we can't meet up. We can't meet up. And here go Kiana. What in the world happened at that event? Kiana, stop. You know y'all came there on that BS. You told us that you were going to convince the girls to say no to Robin. Y'all came there ready to stir the pot, to start some mess, and now you want to sit across from Robin and act like you didn't know it was going to go left. Now, we're 3 episodes in here, and every single episode, Kiana has talked about this damn $500 fee. The way Kiana is trying to brush her issue with Robin aside, like it was something small, like she was coming there just to say, oh yeah, by the way, we have this issue and we need to talk about it, and then you were going to brush it to the side. Listen, based on a review of the facts, I determined that is a lie. Okay, so Kiana says that she felt a way because she felt that Robin, after she brought the situation up to Robin, that Robin was dismissive. Well, why wouldn't she be dismissive? Something happened over a year ago and you didn't say anything to her. It could not be a big deal if you had to wait a whole entire year to bring it up. I'm going to need for Kiana to keep it real. I do believe your feelings were hurt. I do. Because a lot of the things that you're saying are conflicting. You said it's not about the fee, but then you said if someone else charged the fee that you wouldn't have a problem, but because it was Robin, you had a problem. Then you said you and Robin were friends, but you felt Robin was being grimy by charging you that fee, but you never reached out and told her. Like, I'm so confused by Kiana. At this point, I am very convinced that this whole $500 fee is just something that's made up for the show. It doesn't make any sense. And here go Kiana again, trying to police Robin's response or Robin's behavior. This is so weird. Robin can do what she wants to do. She can do whatever she wants to do, just like all of the other ladies can do whatever they want to do. You don't get to dictate how people behave, how they act, what they say, what they don't say. You don't get to dictate anything about them. I don't know what's up with Kiana, but I'm getting a very weird vibe from her. And Kiana is saying that now, in this moment, while she's having tea with Robin, that Robin's tone is much better. But I felt like Robin's tone was the same. When Kiana first brought up her issue, Robin was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I just don't think that Kiana wanted to receive the apology, or maybe she had a specific type of apology in mind. And when she didn't get the type of apology that she thought she deserved, she just felt away. Okay, and then Robin makes a comment that you can't tell her about being sincere because she's in everyone's face, how she's in their face. And I get that vibe from her. Robin says that Kiana needs to worry about her own behavior, and I agree. So now Kiana is going to give Robin a lesson on what an appropriate apology is. Girl, bye. I wish the hell I would. Let me tell you something. I could not be Robin. First of all, I would have never met up with Kiana. And number two, if she would have brought up that damn fee, I would have been like, you're damn right, I charged you that fee. This is my business. I will run it how I see fit. If you don't like it, then go elsewhere, period. I don't understand why she even needs to apologize. You're apologizing because you have a fee associated with your business? Does Kiana think that Robin should work for her for free? Okay, Robin hit the nail on the head here. Kiana is very passive aggressive. Kiana thinks because she says things in a certain tone or she does things in a certain way that it's okay, and it's not. You are being passive aggressive. Also, Kiana is very vindictive. I think that this entire situation proves that. You were holding on to this situation for a whole entire year, just waiting for the moment where you could get back. We really need to dead this situation about this $500 fee. Kiana done added more contracts to the story. I can't wait until we can just get this conversation out in the open and never have to talk about it again. Okay, so we have to wait for a whole nother episode where we'll probably spend the whole entire episode talking about this damn fee, but we're near the end of talking about this fee. I can't wait to see what else Kiana has going on because all she's talked about so far was this fee. Anyway, girl, this is the end of the episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you soon.